Welcome back to Cleared for Takeoff. I want to talk today about something that I think is genuinely underappreciated in how people think about the hangar shortage, and that's the obsolescence problem. Because when most people hear hangar shortage, they imagine a simple supply and demand gap, not enough buildings for the number of aircraft. And while that's true, the reality is actually worse than that. A significant portion of the hangars that do exist can't even be used for the most valuable aircraft in today's fleet, and that changes the math considerably. Here's the physics of the problem. The Gulfstream G700, one of the best-selling ultra-long-range jets in history, with a customer list that includes some of the most prominent corporations in the world, has a tail height of 25 feet 5 inches. The Bombardier Global 7500 stands at approximately 27 feet. Both aircraft have wingspans exceeding 100 feet. These are the aircraft that are transforming the top end of the business jet market, and they're being ordered in large numbers. And to safely store and service these aircraft in a hangar, you need a door clear height of at least 28 feet, ideally more. Now, here's the problem. The majority of hangar inventory in the United States was built in the 70s and 80s. The jets of that era, your Learjet 35s, your Hawker 800s, had tail heights of around 14 to 17 feet. So the hangars were built with door clear heights of 20 to 24 feet. They were perfectly adequate for the aircraft they were designed to serve, but they are completely incompatible with today's generation of ultra long-range jets. The tail of a G700 literally will not clear the door. You cannot put that aircraft inside. End of story. AGP Aviation's December 2025 analysis, which is one of the most comprehensive recent assessments of U.S. hangar infrastructure, characterized this as a nationwide strategic risk. Their assessment found that when you filter for functional capacity, meaning hangar space that can actually accommodate the modern large cabin and ultra long range fleet, nearly half of the nominal hangar inventory available at U.S. airports drops out of the equation. Nearly half. So if someone tells you there are X hangars available in the Dallas metro, you need to cut that number roughly in half to get the inventory that actually matters for the top tier of the fleet. And here's the compounding problem. You can't simply retrofit a legacy hangar to increase its door height. The structural requirements are so significant that in most cases, you'd be essentially demolishing and rebuilding from scratch. The foundation, the structural steel, the entire building envelope, all of it would need to be replaced to go from a 22-foot door to a 28-foot door. In many cases, that investment exceeds the economic value of the existing building. So the functional obsolescence of legacy hangars is not a problem you can solve with a renovation budget. You need new construction. What does new Class A construction look like? A Class A hangar capable of accommodating the full range of modern business jets has clear height of at least 28 feet, ideally 30 or more. It has a wide span, think 200 feet by 200 feet of clear interior space, supported by structural steel frame designed to those dimensions. It has automated hangar doors, custom fabricated and capable of opening and closing reliably under any weather conditions. It has fire suppression system compliant with NFPA 409 standards for aircraft hangar facilities, which is significantly more complex and expensive than a standard industrial fire suppression system. It has high-grade epoxy flooring capable of withstanding jet fuel, hydraulic fluid, and weight of heavy aircraft. It's climate controlled because leaving a $75 million aircraft in a temperature extreme environment degrades its avionics and interiors in ways that compound maintenance costs rapidly. All of that comes at a cost that is significantly above conventional industrial real estate construction. The Turner Building Cost Index confirms that aviation construction has continued to rise in cost, and the specialized nature of the work, requiring contractors with specific experience in aviation hangar construction, adds additional premium. But here's the investor's insight. That high cost of construction is not just a challenge, it's a barrier to entry. It's the reason that the competitive response to demand takes years, not months, and requires capital that most local operators simply don't have access to. The investors who can deploy that capital, navigate the regulatory process, and deliver Class A facilities in supply-constrained markets are going to be rewarded with the kind of pricing power and tenant stickiness that makes for exceptional long-term returns.